Yo, what the fuck is cracking? It's your boy T. This is iListenLive, and we got the man Housephone in this bitch. Shout out to the Discord call. What's good, bro?
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to Discord. My first time on this bitch.
For real, putting Housephone onto Discord, and Discord should actually pay me for that. So it is what it is. All right, bro. I want to start first off like the basic question. This is some shit that I've been wondering. I feel like other people probably wonder to some extent. Where do we get the name Housephone at? Where does that come from?
How did I get the name? I get asked this question on the fucking daily basis at this point. So I'm just like I wish there was a way I could just publicly display the answer so people don't ask me this anymore.
Just make the announcement. Yeah, I feel it.
You feel me? But I really just had trouble keeping cell phone service, and motherfuckers used to have to call me on my house phone for illegal activities that I was a part of. And people really used to just call my house phone all the time. So
the trap phone was the home phone, no disposable, just straight up the home phone.
Nah, for real. But I definitely got caught up with like my family and shit, and like was not a good situation. But it turned out like a funny ass name, and then I just kept it. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel it. All right.
But I made that name up before I actually ever tried to make music or anything like that. It was just like a joke.
I feel like it goes well too with like the image too. There's so much shit that you can do with it, which makes it kind of fire and stuff. So like even with the music scene and like what you were doing, like the voicemails. Was that an album that you dropped called Voicemails, or was that was an album, right? Or was that a single?
Yeah, it was more like a like a mixtape type shit. But that's why it was funny because my first mixtape was actually my actual house number.
But getting back to it though, so the name Housephone came from like you always had shitty service and people had to basically hit you on the home phone, and that's where it kind of came from.
Yeah. People just had to get in contact with me that way. I can't see you anymore, by the way. I don't know.
You're good. I don't know either. I can see you though, and it shows me on the screen still. So
fuck it.
Yeah, another thing that I'm pretty curious about, I have no idea. How did you end up like? What were you doing before everything kind of started to like come into play? So like obviously the first time I saw you was on No Jumper. I was watching No Jumper, the podcast. I'm like, yo, who the fuck is this dude on here? Like, I just want to see Adam on this shit. And then next thing I know, there's like this Housephone guy, and I'm just watching. I'm like, oh yeah, he's all right. And then I'm like, yeah, I actually fuck with Housephone. He's cool. But at first I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, who is this dude? He just came on out the cut. I know you were in the old school interviews though and shit, because I'd seen you like on like shit back in like 2016, 17. But what were you doing before that? And was that the main thing that kind of like broke you to like into a new lifestyle, would you say? How would you put that?
Honestly, bro, I was just trying to figure it out like everybody else, bro. I was just like working regular little shitty jobs and shit. I worked at Jamba Juice. I worked at fucking PacSun. I worked at a fucking like children's charity shit where like we would like try to get people to like donate to be like a fucking pen pal to like kids in like poverty stricken fucking countries and shit. Yeah, so I did hella random ass jobs and shit. I didn't really, and I mean like I did a little trapping on the side and shit like that. I don't know. I was just trying to figure it out, bro. And I was just they had these like underground parties and shit out here in LA where they was like booking all the up and coming rappers and shit. And it was the only thing to really do out here that was like if you didn't want to go to like the lame ass clubs and shit, like that was like the only thing to do that was lit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I would go there all the time. I just met hella people there, selling them shit or whatever the fuck. And that's how I met Adam, like fucking selling that nigga coke or some shit like that. I forgot.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, and then like, he just thought I was funny, and then he just he just invited me. He invited me on an episode of No Jumper, and I remember I wasn't even in LA, bro. I was hella far away from LA, and I had like $20 in my wallet. I gave it to my homie, like, yo, bro, like. Oh, it's funny because this all ties into the house phone shit. So I was at my homie's crib out way far away, right? But like I said, my phone only worked on Wi-Fi. So I was there for a while before I even asked for the Wi-Fi. And then once I got on the Wi-Fi, I started getting texts. And I got a text from Adam, and I was like, yo, can you make it to the store? We're doing this podcast at 8 p.m.
Oh, so I was on some shit store when that shit was on, like, Melrose or whatever.
This is way before Melrose. They used to have a store, like, on Skid Row.
Oh, okay.
Like, in downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was, like, 2015, bro. 2016. Like, okay. I was, like, young as fuck. And, yeah, that nigga, he invited me. I gave my homie my last $20 to drive me back to LA. And then, boom, the rest was history. That was kind of the same making music too, so it kind of just all like snowballed like at the same time. You feel me?
How'd you feel at that point? Like when that happened, when you met him and he hit you up to go on to the show, was that crazy to you? Because like, were you already tapped in with his shit like that, or was he just kind of someone who like you were like, oh, yeah, it's cool to meet this dude, or like?
I mean, like, he wasn't. It wasn't like obviously nowhere as big as it is now,
right?
But I mean, he had a couple bangers under his belt already. I'm pretty sure he had did like Lil Yachty, like he had did like obviously all the like other like SoundCloud rapper niggas and shit like that. But it wasn't as popping as it is now. But I always been like a fucking YouTube nerd, so I knew what it was. From early on because I would just watch interviews and shit. And I think I saw like the Ian Connor one first, and then like a couple other ones. So like I knew who he was. And it's funny because I actually met him at this fucking like trade show, yeah. And he gave me his card. It was like No Jumper, and it had like all the names of the people that he had interviewed so far. And it wasn't that many, to be honest. It was only like 10 or 15 people. But yeah, no, it was cool. Like I don't think I looked at it as like a big deal like that because like I don't know. It just
No Jumper like wasn't a huge deal at the time type shit.
Yeah, nah, like yeah. It was still very early on. You feel me? So like,
so you kind of really were there from the jump, like in a sense, no pun intended.
Nah, for real, not exactly. Nah, I really was there from like, yeah, kind of the beginning for real. Like he probably had less than 20 episodes out, I would say.
Damn. Yeah. That's actually crazy. I didn't really realize that you were involved that long, especially like 2015. I mean, that's.
Well, I want to say it was probably 2016, but like, yeah. I want to say he probably maybe started that shit in 2015. By 2016, I was on board a little bit. Cause the first episode I did was this shit called Streetwear Review, where we would just like, look at clothes and shit that up and coming brands would send to us.
Oh.
And then we would just like review it and shit. And it's funny because I started my own YouTube recently, and that's like basically what I do.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that for sure. We're about to get into that. All right, for sure. Yeah. So you meet Adam, and then you start kind of like getting involved with the No Jumper team, and then you get pulled into some of like the interviews. So like, was there a certain point like kind of further down the line? Because I know you were already meeting people. Was there a point where like someone that you specifically met, like they came through, and you're like, damn, this is crazy? Like, were you shocked at all at some point to meet a certain artist or anything?
Honestly, bro, like I don't really be getting starstruck like that, so it's not even like. Honestly, it was like, and I'm kind of awkward too because I'm not gonna. I don't know, bro. I don't be like dick riding niggas, so like, I don't know, like, I don't think I ever, because I never met nobody like that. Like, it would have to be like Kanye or like Pharrell or like somebody like that for me to really be like, oh my god, I can't believe, like, you know. But even then, I still wouldn't act like that. Even if I felt like that in my head, like, I wouldn't really act like that.
Yeah, you're still dealing with people at the end of the day, so.
No, exactly. But I will say, one of the funniest things that ever happened was that the first OG store on Skid Row, like, this is when like we were like really like trying out different ideas. Like we were trying out the No Jumper news shit. So like I was like staying at Adam's crib, and then we would go to the office hella early in the morning and like work on these news shows or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So one morning, it's hella early. It's like 10, 11 in the morning. We're in the back working on some shit. And shout out to Nate, man, the homie Nate who like ran the bike shop in the front. He comes and he's like, oh, like this guy like wants to talk to y'all, like wants to meet you guys. And Adam's like, well, like tell him to fuck off. Like we're like doing some shit, right?
Yeah.
And then for some reason, I go to the front to just see who it is, and it's fucking Playboi Carti on a fucking BMX bike, and we're like, what the fuck, like. We like, what the fuck? You acting like it was just like a
He
random
said it's
nigga.
some
Like,
guy.
yeah, he was just like, yeah, some
Yeah.
guy. So then we like, yeah, we like talked to Cardi for like fucking 5 minutes, and then he rode away on the BMX bike. And
Damn.
Adam never got that interview, but that shit was just hella funny. Like
Damn,
he
that's fire.
he almost played him to the side like he was a random ass guy. You feel me?
Yeah. Damn, that's pretty. That's random as fuck. I can't imagine being like at the front desk somewhere and just like someone pulls up on a bike and you're like, oh, there's some random guy here. It's just fucking Playboi Carti. I can't imagine like, oh my god. But I guess if you're not tapped in,
that's
then
why it was funny. Huh? What happened?
I was gonna say, but I guess if you're not tapped in like that, because like that was the bike shop type shit though, right? So it was like the dude at the front was probably into bikes and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it was funny too, because this nigga rode up on the BMX bike and all that, and fucking the homie Nate's just like, yeah, it's this guy in the front. We're like, wow, this guy. Even back then, I think Cardi wasn't that popping like that. I mean, like he was popping, but he definitely wasn't popping like he is now. You know?
Yeah.
So I wouldn't expect Nate to just know who the fuck he was. You know? But shout out to Nate.
Yeah. Shout out to Nate. I don't even know Nate. Shout out to Nate. One thing too, bro. So like I said, like I watched like No Jumper podcast a little bit in the beginning and started tapping a little bit harder and shit. And the one thing I fucked with was like that was another thing. I think a lot of people were surprised by like who was on there at first because I think it was like mostly just kind of about Adam for like a while, and then it was like you and Camgirl were like on the scene. So it was like you three strictly every week. And then the whole thing happened where Camgirl was like out and everything, and I don't really remember the whole story on that. It was just like not the best fit. I think they mutually felt like or something. If that's what was said.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like her not being on the show? Do you feel some type of way about that? Do you feel like that was like a good move in the long scheme of things, just for the business, or do you feel like it would be cool to have her on back type shit? Like, what's your take on that?
I don't know. Like, I remember when like they were having the discussion. Okay, so like me and Camgirl kind of came on like helping like do little shit behind the scenes, like fairly like maybe a year or two after I was already involved. So she was around for a long ass time too. You feel me?
Yeah.
And
hey,
like,
can you move the camera down just a tad?
Yep.
Bet. Good looks.
Yeah. So so she was around for a long ass time too, and it's like that was like my friend before this too. So like obviously it was like, oh man, like I don't want my friend to not go, but honestly, like the comments and shit, like they were just they just weren't really feeling her vibe, I guess, of like, because we be having like our like bro time, and we be like saying like little sus shit or like little out of pocket comments and shit.
Right, yeah.
And I feel like for like the type of woman that she is, it probably wasn't the most respectful situation for her.
Right.
Or at least like the fans thought that she was like cramping the vibe or some shit, which I didn't think it was. I felt like it was like well needed to have like the different perspectives, you feel me? But like at the same time too, like I guess I understand, like, I think they like the bro time of just us fucking just, me, Adam, and AD just like fucking just being bros,
That makes sense. I think that's one way of looking at it too. And the other way kind of I saw is like it's kind of entertaining to see her kind of be like, yo, like what the fuck? Or like I'm not too into this talk. Like that's kind of like an entertaining aspect, I think, too. So I was like that sector of it, I was like, yo, that's kind of filthy. But I never looked too deep into it, I was like, she looked kind of like whatever a couple times, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think that she took it that serious, but like I don't know, man. Sometimes the comments, man, they be going fucking crazy sometimes. It's a little bit much sometimes, you feel me? Like they really be like going in. But like, I don't know. I remember I was on shrooms and they were fucking like not really arguing, but like they were just coming to the mutual agreement that she wasn't gonna like be on the show no more. And I remember being on shrooms, reading the group chat, like, oh no, like no, y'all gotta fix this. Like,
yeah,
it was hella. I'm all like, hated this shit. Like, oh man, what the fuck? But then I sobered up the next day, and I was like, oh, whatever. Like,
that's gotta be a weird time to find out, bro. Just tripping, and just
right, bro.
I was like, oh my.
I was in fucking Indiana on shrooms, with some random ass people I don't even know, and I was just I was in the room just reading my phone, and they're fucking like, "Oh, well, I don't think you should be on the show anymore," and like it was just like, "What the fuck?"
Like, that's so much to take in, bro. Off the
Bro, yeah, it really was. Honestly, it was fucking weird.
So
but no, shout out to Camgirl. Though she's doing her shit, man. She's fucking touring across the country. You know what I'm saying? Doing her DJ shit, but she been going up on her DJ shit. She actually got me booked at like my first 2 festivals. You feel me? So like,
that's fire.
Yeah, bro. Like honestly, I got nothing but love for Camgirl. That's my nigga, always for life.
Yeah. Shout out to Camgirl for real.
Yeah, fact.
That's one thing, like, you were mentioning, too, like, how much do you guys take into consideration the comments on what's going on? Because obviously you're getting fucking flooded with comments and shit, the live chat, the comments from after and everything. Are you guys really taking that into consideration, or is it just kind of type shit?
I can't even tell you the last time that I even tried to look at the live chat, because, I mean, well, we be doing the show, so I can't read the live chat then. And then when I go back and read the comments, I only read the YouTube comments. I don't go in the live chat comments. So
yeah,
I would like to see what they actually be saying sometime, because I'll never see them. But I think it's kind of a half and half. You feel me? Like you can't be too you can't be too you can't like have the comments
and shit to that.
Like you should pay attention to it a little bit, but you can't like base everything you do off of that, because like at the end of the day, it's just like different people's opinions, and like, you know, it might be one comment siding with whatever the fuck I'm talking about. It might be one comment siding with what Adam's talking about. It might be one comment that's siding with what AD is talking about. And if we're sitting there like screenshotting comments and sending it back and forth to each other, like, look, see, I was right, then like it would just be.
And then there's like another take that shows the exact opposite, like on another comment.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like you gotta kind of like take it with a grain of salt and keep it moving. You feel me?
Yeah, it's kind of funny too, bro. Because like when I started the channel, like when I started what I'm doing right now, it was like obviously like 2 people coming to the streams. I just kept promoting it hella, and then we maxed out at like 40 people, right? So then when there's like 40 people in a stream, I'm not reading every comment, and it's kind of funny. What I noticed is everyone has these like burner ass profile pictures. And a lot of time it's like 14 and like 15-year-old kids. And that's the other thing about it. Like, shout out to all the 14, 15-year-old kids tapped in. But like, fuck, how much are you really going to take into consideration something like that, or really take the time of your day? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And like, shout out to all the little kids. Like, y'all opinions matter and all that shit. But like, man, we over here running the business, so it's like you can't really like, you can't take it all too serious, like, you know. But honestly though, my nigga, we be getting some of the funniest fucking comments sometimes, and we'll just be like sending them back and forth to each other and shit. So like, definitely keep leaving comments, keep fucking saying funny shit.
It's always like Housephone's off the ketamine.
Oh my god,
shit like that.
I'm so over that joke, bro. That's like the
Where did that even stem from? Someone just one day was just like Housephone's off the. I think you said something actually. I think I remember you saying something about ketamine. I was dying, bro. I was like, this motherfucker.
No, it was like one of those things where like me and Adam were talking about one of the random like parties that we met at or something, and I think he described it as like like a random ketamine warehouse party or some shit like that. He described it as that, and then it just came and just like grew its own legs, and it just like oh yeah, Housephone off the ketamine. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
And now it's just stuck. We just know Housephone is the ketamine head at this point.
Yeah, I mean, like, that shit was funny for, like, it was funny for, like, the first year, but it's like, nigga, it's been, like, fucking 2-3 years of the same joke. Like, y'all niggas ain't got no other jokes.
Yeah, for real. I feel that.
It's been less, they've been saying it less recently, which is, like, a little bit, it's, like, better, but I'm just like, fuck, that joke is so played out. It's just played out because I don't even fucking do that shit. That's like the one drug I don't even fuck with, so I'm like, that's why it's more annoying to me. But see, the thing with the internet is, if you become visibly upset with something or visibly like not fucking with something, especially like a joke, like they're gonna just keep going with it. You feel me? Right. So I fucked up by like not just going along with it.
Yeah, I feel it. All right, so moving forward, It's funny. I actually had like the house phone does ketamine. Like I have that in my list of shit to talk about. It's kind of funny that came up. But I was gonna say too, like, so going forth now, like for you, do you feel like your main take on things or what you're really trying to like focus on would be like the drip tank? What does Housephone want to be known for at this point? Does he want to be known as like the No Jumper co-host or like the big review guy on YouTube for like shit like that, like clothes and fits and things like that?
Honestly, bro, I've been back in my music bag again. Like, that's where all this shit started from. It's like me just being a fan of the music and then making my own music. And then now I talk about music, you feel me? And like talk about clothes or whatever the fuck. But it all started back with the music. And I think like that's where I am like trying to put my focus back into right now. Is just making more music again and getting back in the studio, getting back comfortable with being in the studio and shit. And yeah, I got a bunch of shit about to drop right now. I got a bunch of music videos already filmed, already ready to go, already edited, boom, ready to go.
Okay.
I'm just trying to plan it all out. And yeah, bro, I'm about to just start flooding this shit again, bro. Just dropping like consistently and just getting back in my music bag, bro. But the YouTube shit is cool. Like, to be honest, it keeps you relevant. It keeps your name out there. It's good on like the visibility side where like people can just like see you more and see what you got going on.
Right.
And like, I don't know, being visible is like the best thing with like anything in your career. Is like having your face out there, and you know, and being on the fucking channel with 4 million subscribers. And then making my own channel from that, it's like it's nothing but a blessing. You feel me?
Right.
And it's gonna elevate anything else that I want to do at the end of the day. But I don't know. It's kind of like a double-edged sword too at the same time, because I feel like people don't take you seriously in certain aspects because oh shit, almost crashed, but we good.
Damn. Imagine you just crash. I would literally I would title it "Housephone crashes car during iListenLive interview." That's literally what the title would have to be.
That'd be fire. That'd be hard, actually.
I'd have to do it, but yeah, no, I kind of feel what you're saying though, bro. I feel what you're saying though about like being on like the YouTuber. It's like, cause like, all right, it's like, do people see Housephone as like the YouTube guy that like talks about music, does reviews and shit like that on like clothes, or do you see him as like the artist? And it's kind of hard to like blend them together. I feel like sometimes, like some people,
yeah, because
it's a way different image.
Because honestly, bro, like, even though I've been around No Jumper for a while, it was like I kind of was one foot in, one foot out, because I was doing my music shit, and I felt like people weren't taking me serious with the music. So like I kind of had fell back off of like trying to be so visible on No Jumper, like. That's kind of when like Hakeem and shit came around.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm glad that I stuck with it though, because like now I'm like, shit. If I didn't stick with it, I just would have been another fucking washed up SoundCloud rapper that didn't all the way make it. You feel me?
Right.
So like, if I didn't stick with it, like, who knows what the fuck I would be doing right now.
So do you monetize? Like, do you get money directly from being on No Jumper? Is there a split thing, or is like, in a way, like, how does that work?
Bro, you think
don't mind answering that?
You think I was doing that for free? Come on, bro.
I wouldn't think so, but in a way, though, if you think about it, it's really not like you're not getting paid at the end of the day, though, too, because you're still getting a ton of like publicity at the same time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I feel you.
That's right, but still, nigga, publicity don't pay the bills, bro.
Facts.
I mean, like it can if you monetize it the right way, but nah, yeah, bro. Everything we doing is for a check, my boy.
Yeah, I feel it.
We ain't doing nothing for the free, my boy.
Housephone's all about the bag. Don't get it twisted.
I'm not all about the bag. It's more shit to come than just a bag, but I need a bag if you dig what I'm saying.
You gotta live out here, bro. For real. I feel you.
Yeah, bro. This nigga right here, he used to be the GOAT, bro. Damn. That's crazy, bro. I just saw this guy, like, when I was in high school, he was the nigga, bro. He had songs with like YG, DJ Mustard. He was like Ty Dolla $ign before Ty Dolla $ign, like on some like R&B, but like still rapping shit. And like, yeah, he's fucking homeless now. He's fucking homeless now, walking around Melrose and shit, sad as fuck. I just saw this.
You
nigga
just
right
saw
now.
him walking around, damn, bro.
I literally just saw him 2 seconds ago, bro.
Wow.
Shout out to G Austin, man. If you see this, I don't know how you're gonna see this, but if you see this, bro, shout out to you, my nigga.
Yeah.
I wanted to say something to him so bad, but I'm like, what am I gonna say to him? He's just like homeless and out of his mind now.
Yeah. So you went to you've been in California since like a jit.
Yeah, bro. I was born and raised here, bro.
Okay.
I was born in San Diego. Fuck, I'm not supposed to say that on here. Fuck. But
we
I was born in. Nah, this is all good, bro.
Housephone exposed. Location job.
Yeah, no, I was born in San Diego, which is like, not in LA at all, but I've been living in LA since I was in like kindergarten, bro. So I'm from here. From me, fuck all that.
Yeah.
Niggas ain't gonna tell me I'm not from here.
Yeah. That's what I was gonna say too, bro. Like going to LA, because there's a lot of artists and shit that'll talk, bro. I talk to artists all the time, like just random people trying to come up and they'll be like, oh, I'm trying to move to LA and get it. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just gonna magically move to LA and then somehow start this crazy upping career.
Yeah.
Do you like for you though? Like you kind of did move to LA though, right? And that kind of was the scene, but you got involved with people, like you tapped in with people. Would you recommend for like aspiring artists to just move there on a whim or not?
No, I mean I didn't move here, bro. I mean like I moved here when I was in kindergarten. You feel me? So like,
okay.
Everybody that I know and shit is all like, it's like I grew up with all these people. You feel me?
Yeah, but would you recommend that for underground artists and shit to move to LA? Would you say the scene is like the move or?
Bro, you can make a living and like build a following and all that shit from your fucking bedroom wherever the fuck you at. You feel me?
Yeah.
Like it don't really matter where you at. It matters about your talent and about the effort you put forward. And hey, you could go through that door right there. But yeah, it don't matter about I think it's more about building and cultivating something homegrown and something organic before you make that move. A lot of people just like they feel like they just gonna come out here and like that's what's gonna put them on, but it's like that's nigga crazy. think about all the fucking other kids and like people that want to move here and just like make it on the whim, you know? It's like it becomes a little oversaturated, but right. I don't know, like what works for some people won't work for everybody, you know? So like, that's like kind of a hard question to answer. Like it really depends on like the circumstance, you feel me?
For sure. I think the image too is a huge thing that people sleep on a lot. Like people could drop really good music and then never show face. And it's like, well, we don't really know who's really behind that. So it's like, yeah, that was a fire song, but there's no like if you're doing crazy shit on TikTok and Triller videos and shit like that on the gram, it's like at least your name stays relevant, kind of like what you were talking about earlier. I think that's huge, but
yeah, but then like you got somebody like Nav where like nigga nobody knew what he looked like until he was already had a song with Travis Scott.
Right, that's a case scenario. I feel it though. Yeah,
I'm trying to think who. All right, like Made in Tokyo, right?
Yeah.
So Made in Tokyo has a brother who used to be a rapper. His name was Royce Rizzy, and then he like completely like rebranded himself into another artist named 24 Hours, and nobody knew that was him until like way later. Yeah. Like Royce Rizzy was 24 Hours. So like I don't know, bro. It's all different ways like you can attack this shit. You feel me?
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to go back to this too. So like I said, the interview that I saw, because before I do interviews, people, if they got interviews out there, which some of the people I've interviewed do have interviews prior, but I'll look at the old ones and shit and kind of try to see what type of shit they've already talked about. I don't like covering the same shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I watched the BoJack one, like I was telling you earlier, and you mentioned something about X videos and XNXX. What you got X videos or XNXX? What's the preferred beat off time website for Housephone?
You know what? By this point, I got so many archives of bitches just sending me shit. I might just load that up, you know?
Bro, you should start uploading on it. That'd be crazy.
What? Like uploading shit girls are sending me already, or you mean like you want me to be fucking bitches on camera?
I mean, I don't necessarily want you to be fucking bitches on camera. I'm not gonna tap into like Housephone sending back shots or anything, but like, I mean, I might. But no, I mean like, or the OnlyFans thing, bro. You ever consider that? Would you make an OnlyFans and film flicks and shit?
Not really, bro. It's just like being a porn star just doesn't like it doesn't appeal to me. Maybe if I'm really down bad and I just like I'm like fuck it. But you know what? I do like I've had I've had like porn star girls that I know. I remember when I performed at Rolling Loud, this girl that I know was like, "Yo, like let me suck your dick on your let me suck your dick like on your trailer," and be like, "Oh, like guess what rapper's dick I sucked at Rolling Loud." And like I was down for that, but then I had a girlfriend at the time, so I'm like, maybe she wouldn't be too fond of like me getting my dick sucked on camera.
Right.
From me, so I didn't do that, but I should have done it.
So preferred porn site though overall, what do you got?
I might have to go old school and just say Pornhub. Honestly,
Oh man, she's the missionary website.
I know.
I feel it. I feel it. All right, there it is, right there. You heard it here first. Housephone's got Pornhub. Preferred.
No. You know what? I'm gonna give you my real one. There's one called SpicyBigButt.com.
Damn. Fire.
Tap in.
The movement. All right.
That's the one. That's really my real one for real.
All right. If you guys want to get off quick, that's where you go. He just told you.
No. That's not a get off quick. That's like if you like trying to get real specific and you need like the bust down different categories and like you trying to get real specific. You feel me?
Without having to go to page 25.
Exactly. Like you'll find what you're looking for very, very quickly.
So, yeah, for sure. On another note, the one other thing, I don't know how much people have talked to you about this. So, like, for what I do, really, kind of the head of, like, I mean, listening to music live and shit, like, started, I think honestly, Adam 22 is the biggest one to really start doing that, like, in a different way. But I know PatrickCC, too. PatrickCC kind of runs that. And I think you have some kind of connect with PatrickCC, or you know, like, that dude to some extent. I was just going to ask, how did you come across PatrickCC shit?
Bro, when I tell you I'm a fucking YouTube nerd, nigga, like, I really be watching everything on fucking YouTube, bro. So, like, yeah, I just saw that nigga shit on YouTube one day, started watching his videos, and yeah, I fucked with him. He came out to LA one time. He did a stream with me where we listened to people's music and shit, and yeah, he's cool. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah, shout out Patrick.
I remember all his fans were like freaking out because he posted a picture of that. I had the No Jumper logo on the back and shit, and they were all like, "Oh my god, he's getting interviewed, blah blah." But he was just doing a live stream with me.
Yeah, because I remember he was on the podcast, I think, for a second. Like, he went on for a little bit or some shit, and there was like an awkward like setting. I felt like when he just came on randomly. And
oh yeah, I think that was the night that we were doing the stream.
Yeah.
And then I think he did just pop up real quick on the camera one time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think that we have covered most of the shit. One other thing. Yeah, actually, I mean, so, like, for High Rollers, bro, how are you feeling about High Rollers right now? How's everything with High Rollers going?
Man, bro, that's just, it's a fucking blessing, man. Like, honestly, like, if you would have told me about this, if you would have told me I would have ended up doing this, like, 2 years ago, I would have been like, man, shut the fuck up. Like, you know? Damn. I've always been into sneakers and, like, into that subculture and shit, but I would have never in a million years thought that I would be doing this for real, bro. So, like, shout out to my partner, Koo. That's, like, one of my best friends, man. He just called me one day. He was like, yo, you want to make a sneaker? And by the time we got off the phone, we had this bad boy ready to go, man. So,
dang, damn, those are hard. I haven't seen those. I've seen you post pictures of the other ones. Those are filthy.
Yeah, these are coming. I'm gonna do a pop-up specifically for these ones. These are my favorite.
That'll be hard.
Yeah, man. Like, it's a fucking blessing, bro. I can't even lie to you, man.
Do you think, like, do you feel like I mean, not do you feel like, but do you make some of the, like, more money off of High Rollers compared to other, like, sources of income, or is it just kind of like, right now is it on the side type thing? I mean, obviously people are buying them, and I don't know how much, but is it like a pretty main source of income for you in a way, or?
I mean, look, I'll say it like this: they're $225 plus tax, and they sell out every time. So you could kind of let your imagination run wild from there.
Right.
You know?
Did you have that tattoo before with the dice?
No, hell no. I got it afterwards. You know? Yeah. I got it after we made six figures the first drop. I'm like,
damn. I feel at that point, shit.
You feel me? I was like, God damn.
Yeah, that's
I was
fine.
like, yeah, man, I had to brand myself. You feel me?
Straight up. You're like a walking billboard now for the brand too.
Nah,
It
that's a
all worked out.
fact. No, for real, because people ask me all the time, like, oh, like, what does this dice mean? And I'm like, oh, it's my shoe brand. Then I start showing them, they're like, oh, wow, like, you know. So it actually is.
Yeah. Damn, I feel like we honestly damn near covered everything. I can't think of anything that really, like, that was most of the shit that I was curious about. And I had some people ask some questions too. One of the questions I didn't ask you that a couple people asked was if Housephone was ever like fucking with Camgirl like that type shit.
Nah, hell nah, bro. That's
That was a question that someone asked me.
nah. That's like one of my best friends, and she dates one of my other best friends, my homie Blasey, who makes all my graphics and shit like that. He's like fucking graphic design extraordinaire. So no.
Yeah.
That's always just been my friend. Like never been no weird shit.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, shit.
People always got some random ass questions like that. It's so funny to me. I don't know why.
It's funny though, because not one person asked that. There's a couple people. I mentioned that I was gonna do this interview, and
that was one of the questions.
That was a question. Yeah, I did get asked that. Like,
people are fucking crazy. People are fucking funny, dog.
Bro,
like,
all this shit. You probably see comments or just random shit all the time. It's probably like kind of insane. And like for you, bro, like I don't. Do you? Obviously, you realize how big No Jumper is and shit, but do you sometimes like kind of forget? Like, are you getting recognized out in public and shit like that? Like,
yeah, because look, you got to think about it like this. Like, nigga, I'm from LA, right?
Yeah.
So all these places that I be going, well, like, I mean, it's different when I'm out of state, but like when I'm here at home, it's even weirder because it's like, bro, these are places that I've frequented my whole life where, like, you know, I just like will be in and out or just be hanging out. Like, I remember I was at not Chipotle. Yeah. What's that shit called? Yeah, fucking Chipotle. I'm at Chipotle just getting a fucking bowl, and like the guy is like, yo, like, what the fuck are you doing here? And I'm like, nigga, I'm getting a bowl. What do you mean, what am I doing here?
What are you doing
like,
here?
Yeah, like I don't know, like I know what he means, but at the same time it's like, bro, you don't understand how many times I've been in and out to the same Chipotle my whole life.
Yeah.
And it's like now I'm getting like recognized there. It's like, you know,
Housephone's too big to go to Chipotle now. It's uncalled for.
Yeah, nah, like
it's like
honestly though, like it's fire, bro. Like I can't even lie to you. Like it's cool. Sometimes it'd be a little awkward, like because people just be saying weird shit, or like they'll just be acting weird. But like for the most part, bro, it's a very like humbling experience. You feel me?
Yeah. Yo, can we get the chain check real quick? I want to see what's good with the bling. The ice.
Oh yeah, got the No Jumper piece. You feel me?
Hey. Yep.
We got the high roller piece. Yeah. I gotta get the high roller piece iced out though.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Hold on, this nigga Ferrari is tight. Hold on.
Oh shit, that's clean.
That shit goes crazy. It looks like a real race car.
Yeah, for real. That's sick. Yeah, bro. Well, fuck. I'm glad. I appreciate you hopping on and shit, bro. This was sick. I'm glad I can get this out there, you know. And I feel like I haven't seen a ton of No Jumper like interviews and shit with just you, other than like the No Jumper one and other shit. So I appreciate you coming on, bro.
I appreciate you DMing me and shit, man. Sorry it took us so long to get it going.
Yeah,
but...
background story is Housephone actually tried to scam me, believe it or not. He was trying to take my money. No. I was on his ass. I had to get on his ass. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate it. There you guys go. That is the conclusion of the Housephone interview. Is there anything else you want to say, bro?
Hey, man. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody. Be on the lookout for the new music. And new High Rollers drop next week, October 15th. I don't know when this is going to be out, but October 15th. Hey! Guys, what's up, baby?
Housephone's a busy man.
Yeah, hey, shout out to everybody. Yeah. I'll see y'all later.
Yes, sir. All right, I appreciate you, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, man. Peace.